Now to the flooding in Anthem. The city got more than an inch of rain tonight, and now that the storm is over, we are getting a better look at the damage. 3TV's Karina Sun is live in one of the hardest hit neighborhoods out there. Karina.
And yet it's not really just this house or this neighborhood, but all of Anthem and beyond, as you saw in the previous report. And as you drive around, you'll see a lot of this downed trees, be it Palo Verde or mesquite trees, toppled over, as well as debris. Now, the wind gusted up to 66 miles an hour through this area, and now many families are looking at the aftermath and cleaning up the mess. Residents who have lived here for more than a decade say never have they seen a storm like this one. We met one family whose backyard was just demolished. In fact, at this home, all of the damage was done in about a minute. The result, trees blown over, as well as a playset and trampoline, easily causing thousands of dollars in damage in this backyard alone.
No thunder, no lightning, just really heavy rain and blowing like crazy. So definitely strong winds, some hail, little small pea-sized hail.
Of the flooding in Anthem, the water was about knee-deep, but it has since receded quite a bit. Royal
storm was in Anthem for about an hour, and we couldn't get in there with a helicopter. Of course, it would be unsafe with the heavy rains and the winds gusted up to 67 miles an hour, by the way. But when the helicopter first got in, these were some of the views just before 7 o'clock of the streets where the water was running in the Anthem area. Okay, remember that now. The helicopter circles around a little bit, checks out some more damage, and then a short time later, this is the view of the same street. Most of the water has gone downhill in just 25 minutes. However, in that short amount of time, a lot of damage was done. Water into homes there, as well as the wind damage that we saw because of the winds that peaked in the range of 67 miles an hour. So very interesting view. And of course, it was flash flooding, so about 20 minutes before the water was on the streets were normal. It came that quickly. Well, here's a look at our radar.
Our helicopter, what a wild scene tonight.
It was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It all started around dinner time, of course. People out there, they knew this, but it was pretty typical to get some rain during the monsoon, but it became apparent very quickly this was no ordinary storm. We knew there was a lot of rain falling in the mountains north of Phoenix.
Everything's underwater here.
But when our helicopter arrived over Anthem just before 7 this evening, the volume of water was stunning.
And this is over by the rec center in Anthem. It's underwater.
Drivers were stuck, unable to get to their homes as the creek beds and washes filled quickly, and then they were overwhelmed.
The power of this water right now is like rapid strength. It's crazy.
Roads turned into rivers and houses and cars into helpless obstacles. Watch as this man tries to keep the water flowing around his truck so it's not swept downstream.
Wow, this water was so strong, took down this wall right here in the back of this house. Totally insane.
The river made a path between these houses after filling the backyard with mud. Someone left this car in the middle of the road, and even those with large pickup trucks were leery of venturing into deep water too soon. We did start to see people wading into the roads after the rain stopped, surveying damage and figuring out what to clean up first.
It's incredible the amount of water that's actually fallen in this town of Anthem.
And Royal saying as much as an inch and a
here are calling one of the most intense storms they have seen. And as proof, they're pointing to this normally dry wash which runs alongside I-17. Tonight, that wash, which normally rarely sees a trickle even after a storm, that wash went from dry to overflowing in just minutes.